Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and today we're going to take a look at my Nuke camp. There is something extremely special about this location. But before I get to that, we're going to focus on what's going on elsewhere in the camp. And for the most part, everything I built up in this area was just to distract people from why my camp is actually here. So a fair amount of my budget is actually up in the non-focal point of my camp. One cool thing about this area though is that outhouse. I know it's an atomic shop item, but when I found out what it actually does, I had to have it. So explore it. And there you go. Mole rat pops out of the toilet. If you didn't know it would do that, there you go. It's really cool. I mean, that's all it does. But it fit my camp way better than the normal portable toilet. Now, I did try to build kind of like a little fortified camp type area over here. The red building is going to be the awesome part, so we'll get there in a minute. Starting our way around, of course, gotta have a little cooking station. And I actually picked up the grill just for this camp. Then I finally realized, it was like, you know, I tend to put the grill at my camp regardless, so why not go ahead and get the one that's actually a cooking station? And down here, we got several of the workbenches. For the most part, I was just trying to build things that people would look at and then they'd ignore the red building. So we had all the workbenches down there. And then up here, it's a little dining area. Not a whole lot going on. Not anything super special. But I needed it to look like everything kind of mattered a little. Up there we got the Mothman bed with the lights, and the poster fits perfectly on the end of the bed. And that was the first time I had ever tried that, and honestly I think it looks pretty cool, putting the Mothman poster on the bed. But now let's get to the really cool part of my camp. Normally I'm not a fan of locked doors, but I had to do it with this one. Now, right above the door, it gives a little bit of a hint of what needs to happen. That's also the first legendary item this character got from killing the Scorch Queen. And he was only like a little level 8 when he was down there doing it. It was adorable. So you sit in the chair, stand up, and then we get into the real part of my camp. My museum. Look at that back there. Yeah, that is the Nuke. It is under the map. It is awesome that it's actually down here, and not something that only spawns in when a nuke is launched. Another thing of note about the Nuke is if someone launches it, it won't be there anymore. It's gone because it got fired. Now, I'll actually share the Nuke launching with you a little bit, but let's start with the actual museum. Because I wanted to make a museum, it's just all the display cases are so budget intensive, the only way I could find to build one was to build a new camp. And I picked this exact location because how many people have a nuke at their museum? You know, I gotta try to step it up a little bit. Now, for the most part, a lot of the items in here on display aren't the best. I don't have a full display of magazines and bobbleheads. This is my lowest level character. And I think he's only, as of right now, he's level 15. So he's been struggling to get his hands on stuff. But I did take advantage of the opportunity to display any of the skins that I've unlocked in the game. That fire paint job on the laser rifles. It looks amazing in the pictures, but it looks like crap when it's displayed. I don't understand it. Kind of bums me out a little bit. But man, it is cool looking at that nuke. Now I'll wrap back around one more time so we can see all the stuff on the inside. Of course, I have a Nuke wall. And I don't know how I thought of it, but minigun lanterns. It's pretty cool. I mean, I put down the heavy weapon display, and I saw I had the option to put the lantern inside of it. And then it was over from there. I knew exactly what I was doing. So for the most part, I mean, the museum's cool and all that. I'm pretty sure that the nuke just puts it over the top. I am a big fan of that little generator that was back there in that room, though, because it makes no sound and has no smoke and all that other junk coming out of it. And my low-level guy, he doesn't really need all that much power, just enough to keep the lights on. So that wraps up the little museum tour. I know it's not the most impressive museum out there if you take the nuke out of it. But you add that nuke, and I think it makes it something special. If nothing else, it's really cool to look around under the map, but I do want to warn you all that I have heard rumors, mind you, that people are getting banned for building camps that go under the map for stability reasons. I don't know if that's actually true. Now that I've got the video recorded, I'm going to be moving my camp back above ground just to be safe. But I needed you all to see the awesomeness of the nuke launch. So here we go.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent.
You have to admit, that is a pretty cool thing to get to see. Right there by it. Not only that, you can actually run over, well, if you have bird bones and marsupial, you can run and jump over to the nuke. One of my subs did it, and he managed to smack into the side of it. But that's going to wrap up my full little tour of my nuke camp. I'm kind of proud of it. It's pretty special. And getting under the map is so easy. I don't know how they'll fully deal with it. But I hope you've enjoyed this. As usual, please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.